Hey everybody, welcome back to the Keith 60 Hot Shot Adventures. Tractor look familiar? So it's about to go back to the customer this weekend. I was just waiting on one thing. We were having a problem with the old school filter here, just a canister. We'll take that off here in a second. It's a 19 for this. And we went through a company called Steiner. And they have this kit where this is a Baldwin filter, B2. And they make this adapter like that. So this will thread into the block of the motor. Screw it in there. And then this stamped plate will then take over for all that going on up there. There's a seal that will it'll go against the motor, and then this will go up against like that. And then this guy can just use spin-on filters and not have to worry about the seal back there. There's a seal here, which is, it's leaking back there, it's leaking here. So we're just gonna help him out. So we're gonna get this swapped out here. So 19, not exactly a good angle to get you in here, guys. Got all the steering and mechanisms. You get it loose enough, you can kind of rotate it together. Make sure you have an oil pan below. So there's the rod. And then there's got like you got a couple rings. So there's a gasket. There's a little like gasket seal here. Dropping everything. You got the canister. It's like full of oil. There's also a spring with like a spring in there. And then there's like this seal, which usually goes on this side, but this seal is broken, which is the whole problem. And then there's the threads. Alright. Wipe some of this oil off my hands. And then reach in here. Here's the seal. It's well worn out. Alright, let's clean this up. Let's wipe it off a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can't maneuver you around. But there's where we're working, right next to the starter. Alright. So we're going to throw some Teflon tape on this. So, and then I realized, while I was trying to thread in the new fitting, while I was trying to put some Teflon tape on it, I was like, huh, this is not going into the block at all. It's not even the same threads when I'm looking at the hole of the block. And much to my surprise, not being familiar with these, that there's already sort of like an adapter in there to accept that long bolt. So I used a 32 metric right here on a long extension, and I zapped it out so you can kind of see fine thread, coarse thread. So now that we got that out of the way, got a couple wraps, Teflon on that. I'm also going to throw some this hydraulic sealer I have. Okay, so that's prepared more or less. All right, and there's basically nothing left to do now that we got that all sorted out. We're going to take all the pieces I'm going to put them in there. I'm going to go with the hole in the bottom. You can vaguely see the oil return on the bottom here, so we're just going to put it back together kind of similar if we can here. It's like the hardest part is this flimsy seal. I was tempted to put RTV on it, but I'm not going to. Unless I end up having to. So it's on there, it's lined up, looks good and flush. I have no idea how tight to tighten it. It was no directions at all provided, so I'm just gonna tighten it the best I can. And go from there. Nothing really moved. Now, let's see if this is gonna fit. This is also a 32. So that's in there. Give it a couple more ugga-duggas, right? Took a couple to get the other one off. So as far as I'm concerned, that's in there. Nice and tight. Should have enough pressure. Try and get you guys in there. So there's the part. Seal looks good. And nothing to it, right? Take some of this oil that dropped in my oil pan. Lube up the oil filter. I would try and I'm the pre-fill my oil filter guy, but I got to put it in sideways, so it's not going to work out very well for me. So we're just going to put it on here, like so. There was like a burr on the thread, so I have to kind of get in there and I think that's it. Yeah, it's nice and tight. It's on there. See if we can't get another angle while you see here. Yeah, it looked like it's sealed because it's a multi-step plate that was stamped. Can't really tell, but it looks like it's sealed. Alright, we're going to check the oil and start it up. Alright. Back you guys up a little bit. Let's see if it leaks. Topped it off, needed about a quart. It's got all these redneck switches and knobs and buttons and things you gotta twist and turn and get my screwdriver out of my fancy hidey hole here. Turn on the fuel since that leaks. In the last video we discussed, we were not fixing that. Alright, fuel is on, clutch, neutral. See if she needs choke or not. Successful start. think I might have flooded it. I'll give it a minute. We'll try again. Alright, well, we did get it fired up. So far, we're good. No more leaks there. I got no leaks over here. Alright, there you go. Alright, that's a fix. We got a spin-on adapter kit. And that is normal that I found out. That's basically because these tractors don't have a coolant reservoir. So, that's normal. Has nowhere to dump out to. Besides, the hose is like just at the back side of that. Anyways, we're done here. This tractor's done. I'm gonna let the client know, send him the invoice, and throw this on the trailer here probably Friday, Saturday. We'll see what's going on and ship it. Thanks for joining in for another semi-long video here. Maybe I'll edit it. Maybe I'll just leave it raw. Usually I leave all my videos raw and just go from there. Alright, catch you guys later.